So here comes our first crew of the day, and man, this boat is, oh my god, it's riding low, I saw that, but my man just threw water out of the cooler at the back. I got a feeling they're sinking. That boat is riding so low in the water, something is definitely wrong. And I'm not 100% sure, I'm waiting to see him throw more water out. In other words, that cooler could have just been ice he was dumping. Nah, I can tell by the way this thing's rocking. They are taking on water somewhere for some reason. Yep, there we go. Oh my gosh. But welcome back, crew, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, and today we are down here visiting 79th. And man, they are going down. I don't know what the cause is. Thankfully, their buddy's got a tow for them, and our guy's manually bailing. He's not manually bailing very fast, though. I mean, if we were in big trouble, I would be constantly pulling water out. But the bow even looks pretty low at this point. So they're going to get him up to the dock. Guy in the blue shirt jumps off, grabs a line, and takes off. So he's taking off for the trailer. And the fact that he's running tells me they are definitely going down. And they're going to try and get this thing out pretty quickly. Now, here's the real struggle. The boat that's towed them in is now in front of them as well. So they need to move that to get out of the way. And you can see Blue Shirt running back over there, sprinting for the truck. So they're grabbing lines, but I don't know that this would even be a priority at this point, because I'm not worried about tying this thing up, because I want to move it as fast as I can as soon as they get the trailer over here. Top priority would be getting the water out, exactly like we see the other kid doing here. And the reason I say that is I need this thing floating enough for me to get the trailer underneath it. So now our kid is bailing with a mission to try and keep this thing afloat. And I couldn't tell, I didn't notice the bilge pump going, but that doesn't mean it wasn't. It might have been below the water line for all I know. So our crew's still messing with lines. He stopped bailing for some reason. At least they're at the dock now. I mean, so worst case scenario, we can tow this thing right up the ramp if we needed to. But at least being here, we're in a little shallower water, and we know exactly where we're at, versus it being a true salvage operation if it goes down while they're out in the bay still. And man, my man Blue Shirt came up quick. He's got the truck and the trailer ready to roll and ready to start trying to back it down. So he's not playing, getting it lined up and trying to get this done fast. They've still got to get the other boat out of the way, though. So they're grabbing some lines to get ready. You can tell by how hard they're having to pull this thing how much weight is actually in it from the water. So there we go. They're starting to walk it forward. But it's tough to tell from this angle. I feel like the blue boat's still in their way. So our guy who ran to get the truck is back down here now. I definitely think I would have moved this blue boat well before he got down here to try and give them room to work. Again, this whole process, if they're taking on a lot of water somewhere, I mean, every second we're down here, they're fighting a losing battle. So there we go. They're going to try and push the blue boat out of the way, but definitely that should have been done almost immediately as soon as we saw him run to go get the truck. They're going to grab the lines and start trying to pull it forward toward the trailer. But again, on this one, it's tough because if he's sitting real low in the water, I probably would have dropped the trailer, maybe kept the boat a little deeper to try and slide it over it to get as much of the boat on the trailer as we can. With this much weight, it's going to be sitting low, which means I'm going to have to drop the trailer deeper, and even then might not get it all the way on. And with that much weight in the boat, I highly doubt the winch, the manual winch, is going to pull it up. So she grabs a line close to the bow of the boat as he's going to start backing down, but I got a feeling they're going to have to push this boat backwards now. I'm curious if they're going to pull the save off on this one. It looks like it's taking on a ton of water. Or if we're going to have to see some kind of unique approach on this to get it out. There we go. He starts back, but you can see how low it's sitting in the water compared to where the trailer's sitting right here as he's trying to back it up. This is not going to be as easily done as said. As right there you can see they've hit the boat and the boat's being pushed backwards because it's just sitting so low. So they're going to have to pull the boat back, try and allow him to get this trailer a little deeper to be able to get it pulled over it. I wonder what the cause of the water leak is. As much water as they've taken on, I don't believe it's a drain plug. There's something more going on here than just a simple drain plug issue. Something like that, typically a bilge pump, if it's working, will stay close to keeping up with. And of course, you could always just stuff something in there in the inside of the hull to stop that kind of leak as well. So to get a little bit of angle of what's going on over here, you can see now they've got the trailer in, they're trying to winch it up. But again, the boat's sitting so low, they're being overly cautious here. They don't want to back the truck and trailer too deep. I think they're afraid with this much weight, they're going to have a tough time getting it out. I mean, on this one, I'd almost just risk it. Get the boat deep, float it over, and let's get it the heck off. Because you're not going to be able to win. I'm telling you now, with this much weight, you're not winching it very far. You've got to get it deep enough to do it. So, trying to figure out if they're going to go deep. I mean, they need to go deeper. I think they're afraid to get the truck in the water. Oh no, he's pulling forward. That's not the plan at all. So they got a little slack on the winch, so he gained a couple inches, it looks like. But again, I still don't think you're going to be able to get this pulled very far up with that much weight on there. I mean, that winch just isn't designed to pull a boat full of water like that. So we're going to move the truck again, but I still believe the best bet is to keep coming back. Get the trailer underneath the boat. It's still floating a little bit. It's not on the bottom. And then, man, again, we're going forward. I could hear the bunks cracking as they're going forward. So again, there we go. It gets a little more, but it's hard to tell because they're going forward and we're gaining some slack on the winch, but my God, everything's cracking as they're pulling out. The boat is less than halfway on. Look at the way the trailer is flexing. No, bro, I would not stand there. You couldn't get me anywhere near this trailer like our guy is with this kind of pressure on the back end of it. So again, backing down. Just keep going. That's what I don't understand is on this one, let me know in the comments how you would handle this. I mean, you're halfway there. One slow, deep drop, and you can get it winched up and on. And then the worst case scenario is I get somebody here to pull the truck out, to help me get the truck out if I just can't get the grip to get it out. But with the boat sitting just part of the way on the trailer here, you could hear bunks cracking and flexing. I mean, it's not a good situation, as it could easily pop off the hitch even with that much weight on it, possibly. Let's see what they decide to do now, but I mean, I still think you just got to come. I mean, they're not even going anywhere near getting these back tires in the water right now. They've got a ton of room to work to keep going back. And not forward. Man, oh man. So we can see the bilge is working now. Couldn't see it in the beginning. I'm half wondering if that bilge pump wasn't underwater. The boat is barely on the trailer. And all the weight's on the back. It's just not a good spot to be in. So they're still trying to get water out. I mean, in theory, he could leave it right here. Let the bilge do its thing and get a lot of this water out and get it back to floating a little bit. And then again, try and back down on it. I just would stay away from that trailer, though, with that much weight on it, on the back end of it. There are guys coming to kind of assess the situation. And again, you could just leave it and let that bilge pump do its thing. And get it back to floating high enough where you can easily get it on. So after a little bit of time has passed, the bilge pump did some work. They're continuing to back down now, trying to get it further up onto the trailer. And again, we're still not going anywhere near those rear tires touching the water of the truck. I think they've got a fear that if they get the truck wet, they're not going to be able to pull it out. But on this one, I just think the same thing. You've got to get the trailer under it. So, I mean, I know I keep repeating that, but it's tough because that's the plan. Pulling forward again with the boat like halfway on. Man, definitely, again, the size of the cojones on this kid that's standing next to that trailer, way bigger than mine, because there's just no way with the amount of pressure that's there I would be anywhere near it. So they're trying to winch it up a little more, but man. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have to get this underneath. So they let more water drain out of it. Now we're going to back it back down one more time. I think they've had it out enough now that they've got enough water out of it that it's time you go for the deep drop. You go for the deep drop. Let the boat, don't try and winch this thing on. Keep coming back. Keep going. I mean, you can hear the racket it's making as they're trying to do this. There we go. Keep bringing the truck back. Just keep going. There we go. And there you go. She's floating now. Now you can winch it on. I just saw her move as they were doing it. So now we've got enough with enough trailers under the boat and the stern of the boat's floating a little bit that we can get it up there. Now you're finally close enough up that you can try and you can pull it out. So he's got it all the way to the bow stop even. So I think we're good to roll. The truck got the tires wet finally a little bit. Now we're going to kind of see exactly what's going on here, though. Oh, they bend. They hit something with the outdrive. Look at all the water coming out from the seals on the outdrive. I don't know if they hit the sandbar, something submerged or what, but something's knocked that thing loose. I mean, water is just straight pouring out of the outdrive. And that is the situation there. And that is not going to be a fun one to have to figure out how we're repairing this. But fortunately for this crew, they were able to get it pulled out. They were able to get the tow, and everybody's all good, which is always a good thing. But looks like they're going to get out of here. And speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, crew. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlets. My channel, Broncos Guru, does some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.